Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, you're on.
Hello, everybody. I'm Joey Trombley, along with Joe Puissant tonight. We're at the George Brendler Field. It is Friday night, October 26th. Another beautiful night. We've been saying this all year long. On camera is Kathy Ryan tonight for Hometown Cable. Calvin is at Northern Adirondack. Sam had a prior commitment and couldn't be here tonight, so Kathy's doing the camera duties. Again, Joey Trombley and Joe Puissant. Joe, it's do or die. Now we're at the playoffs now. You win a game, you move on. You lose, you go home.
Yeah, it's a sectional time here. It's what everybody looks forward to be playing in, and Eagles are bringing in a 17-1 loss and 0 tie record into this. They've lost their first game of the season against PHS, a state-ranked team, and they haven't lost since. They haven't looked back. They had a tough game last week against Johnsburg. Unfortunately, I wasn't here to see it. I heard it was a really good game. Played by Johnsburg. They were coached very well by their team. They packed in the box. Hope for a shot. Hope to send them into the penalty kick time for the MVAC championship. But the Eagles were victorious.
Well, Chazy comes into this game with a 17-1 record. They've won the North Division. They won the MVAC. There's nothing more than I'm sure than Chazy now with the regionals playoffs starting. They want to move to the state championship because last year they're two-time state champions and they were upset in the regional final against Elizabethtown. You know they want to go back, Joe.
Yeah, but that's what happens in the sectionals. Sectionals are you lose it, you go home, and it's anything can happen in the sectionals. Any team can beat any team on any given day. Sometimes injuries or kids sitting out for certain different reasons. Anything can happen. You know, everybody kind of looks at Schroon Lake to be a second echelon team, and normally they are, but they have improved immensely from last year and previous years. I think they have a different coach. The team, I watched them play a couple of games, and they have improved a whole lot from what they used to be like.
Well, Joe, you talk about upset in the playoffs. We got word prior to this game that Westport and Elizabethtown played. They went to a shootout. I think a double shootout was what we heard, and it was Elizabethtown winning that game. And then Johnsburg came down here and probably played the best game they could ever play, lost today to Indian Lake 3-1.
Yeah.
So you never know when playoffs come what's going to happen.
No, that makes it interesting. Ryan just had a nice cross over to the middle. Chazy's had a couple of chances down here in this end. Just a couple plays ago, it looked like a Schroon Lake guy might have been taken down just outside of the box. That was let go. Here's a knockdown here. Well, that's what was going on, I guess, with Johnsburg last week. They were playing a very physical game. They were in the box and taking it. They were taking it to Chazy in a physical way, and Chazy overcame that. They're going to be facing those kind of teams, I think, in the future.
Well, it doesn't get. Every game gets tougher and tougher. Chazy has beat Schroon Lake twice this year. They beat them 6-1 down in Schroon Lake, and I think it was a 6-0 here also. And there's a goal for the Eagles on a nice cross from Nolan Ryan.
Yep.
And you had Nathan Racine playing his position, and he was right there to head it home. And the Eagles score at 3 minutes and 6 seconds here in the first half. Beautiful. A 1-0 lead for Chazy. First shot on net, but a beautiful feed from Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, beautiful. Set plays. Set plays are very dangerous. They create a lot of opportunities. I've said this in the past, and it's because it's true. They set piece plays are just very dangerous if you're on the defensive end of a set piece. Because you got a kid like Ryan who can snipe it in, and you can put it on the net, you can put it on somebody's foot, on their head. Just creates a lot of opportunities. I've seen a lot of goals scored off set plays.
Well, Nathan Racine's a tall guy, and he was there to put the header in. So nice play by Ryan, nice play by Racine. And here comes Chazy again, and it looks like the ball going across. And oh my! Now that was Kenny Boris almost bent that ball into the net.
Nice hustle.
But it was hustle by Kenny Boris.
Nice hustle. That was a misplay by the keeper for Schroon Lake. I don't know what he was trying to do. It looked to me like he passed it to Kenny. I don't know if he was trying to clear it and he misplayed it, but
we've called a lot of games this year, Joe. How often have we seen Kenny Boris with his hustle create opportunities and create scores?
That's what he's about. He's a good player. He gives you 100% all the time, and it's going to be nice to bring him back next year. Being a junior this year, he's played very well this year for the Eagles. Very complimentary to Fields and Ryan and Kyle Reynolds playing back there, and the fountain. That whole middle is very, very nice this year.
Well, it's strong. We were looking back at the statistics, and the starting four defense for Chazy with you have Reynolds as the stopper, and you have Fallon as a sweeper, Trombley and Latchmore on the wings, and then of course you got Jacob Beeman as goalie. Since the opening game against PHS, the starting unit has not given up a goal.
No, that is nice to see. They come way together. I was one of the ones that was a little skeptical when I first saw that PHS game. You know, I watched them play and I said, gee, you know, they look a little out of sync, and they were. You know, I mean, I believe they outplayed PHS. I watched the game on television. I think they outplayed PHS. They had better opportunities, but when Stetson Field went down, the defense couldn't come through at that time. Granted, taking nothing away from PHS, they're a steady ranked team. I believe they're ranked. PHS doing very well. Yeah, they've had some great season themselves.
We're not going to against PHS, obviously.
Oh, no.
Coach McCall said this beginning of the year, was this team will get progressively better every game. Because last year's team, you knew what you had. I mean, they're two-time state champions, and you know that what you had is what you had. This year's team, I don't think their best game has been played yet.
No, it's going to be interesting to see if they keep going deeper into the playoffs, playing tougher competition in the D level. It's going to be very interesting to see how they respond. Personally, I think several of the seniors, they have an agenda this year. They have an agenda they want to fulfill, and I believe it's going to be theirs to lose. It was dangerous play by the keeper to come out that far from the net, but I don't think he had a whole lot to do.
There's Bowers trying to chip him away.
Schroon Lake is not playing a defensive game at all. That's kind of nice to see. They're trying to play soccer, and they get caught up on this fast, Chazy line. Nice move by Reynolds. Nice move. Nice first time.
And it is we call a handball on that. So kick for Schroon Lake. But this team has gotten progressively better.
Yes.
And you know, you talked about the seniors. Well, there's the core group of that two-time state championship team. There's still a lot of them on this team.
There's several of them.
They got a couple here that already have a couple rings on their fingers. And I know their mantra this year has been, let's win our last game of the season.
Yep, and that's what everybody tries to do. Most teams don't. You know,
most 99% of teams don't.
They don't win their last game. There's always got to be a winner and a loser. And like I said, I think the boys have an agenda this year. They've fulfilled it so far. They're playing very well. Look at the nice passing. You see that they use the field.
And the ball is going to be cleared out, and it will be a throw-in for the Eagles. And it looks like no, Ryan will come over to take the throw-in for Chazy.
I like how the Eagles, when they push up with their offense, you see Lattimore, you see Galen Trombley, they push right up. Gee, these kids are playing, they're playing 30 yards out, and it's really puts a lot of pressure on the defense when you have.
There's a nice throw and nice head by Reynolds, a nice head, great save by the goalie. So he comes up, and actually, I never did get a roster for the Schroon Lake.
No.
So we'll perhaps go in at halftime here. But it's LaFallon trying to knock the ball out. And you know, the other thing we have to look at, like you say, the loser goes home tonight. This could be, theoretically, the last time
That's very possible. Very possible to see. It's going to be something we're going to miss him. We're definitely going to miss him.
Well, he's been a fixture out here for a long time.
Yes, he has. For 5 years of watching him play and contribute to some great teams.
And you know, I talk about the last game for Nolan Ryan. Potentially, it's also the last game for 11 other seniors. There's a lot coming up. I mean, you got the whole back line: Trombley, Lattimore, Fountain, Reynolds. Those four are going. You look up, you have. Let me see who else we have out there. Senior. No, Nathan's not a senior. So actually, it's pretty much just the back line that they're losing. And
that's how you build from your defense. You build a team from your defense, and it's going to be interesting when we see what the Eagles have coming up next year. I think Coach McCall is eyeing some of these junior varsity kids. I think they make a big contribution next year to the varsity level. There's several of them that can handle it. I've watched them play. They're strong. They've been very well coached, several of them.
Here gets it back to Trombley. Trombley tries to get a change. And number 8 for Schroon Lake will set in, and LaFallon. And you know, with LaFallon back there, you feel pretty calm that he's going to get the job done. I mean, he's just a real calm, collected person back there in the stopper position.
Yep, that's what he's done. Coach McCall has asked him to play several different positions over his high school career, and he's responded to everyone. Oh, Fields with a nice move. Go back and get the ball. Look at
that move, yeah.
That's 4. He just busted through 4 of them. That was nice.
And it clears out. Trombley looking to take the ball, and he pushes it over to the right side.
Smart play.
And here comes the ball from Racine.
Nice
And,
ball.
it's just too far over the head of Kenny Boris, and it's Jason or Ben Baker.
Ben Baker. I noticed.
Over to Latchmore. Latchmore's got a hard shot.
Ben Baker was noticing the paper. He's one of the high scorers in the area now.
Yeah.
You know, he's been quiet about it. He hasn't really, we haven't really called a lot of his goals, I guess. But you know, he's been quiet. He scores 1 here, 2 there, and it's definitely paid off.
Well, we know early in the season.
He's coming back next year.
We were concerned about could they score this year? Well, they've scored a lot in Auckland, and it just took a while for them to kick it in. But you know, now here they are, the Northern champions, they're the NBAC champions, and now we're making the run here. You know, hopefully they'll get by today, and if they get by today, they will play their next game either against Willsboro or Bolton, and those are 2 teams that they have beat this year also. And
that game will be here also.
It should be, yeah.
Should be here, yeah.
And then a week from tomorrow, actually, of course, by the time this thing is aired, they'll be already over with. Well, they'll be playing, if they keep moving on, they'll be playing in the regional championship game, or I should say the section championship game. And it looks like, yeah, and it could very well be against their arch rival, the Elizabethtown Lions.
Yeah, Elizabethtown, they always they are always there. Chazy, Elizabethtown, it has been that way for the last several years. And the girls also. Yeah, the girls also. Chazy girls have done extremely well this year. They won the NBAC championship. They won a sectional game last night against Mariah. They played very well. They scored a pile of goals against Mariah.
They did.
Ryan right there. That's
Ryan
nice.
Does. Look at that pass.
Nice.
And,
beautiful right there.
And look at Baker. Now Baker calmly just traps it, turns and rips a shot. But
nice
Ryan,
shot.
in the box, pushes it over, and Baker finds the back of the net. And that's the second assist for Ryan tonight.
Two nice assists.
And Baker gets the goal. It's 2-0. And they score that goal at 11 minutes, 1 second here in the first half. So in basically the first 11 minutes, Chazy's up 2-0, and they have outshot the Schroon Lake team 5-0 at this point. And I think it's fair to say that they're going to probably move on. I just can't see an upset happening tonight. And when you look at the bench, Schroon Lake's got 11 players. There's no subs.
They have 11 players.
Yeah.
Well, I remember a couple of years ago, I think they brought 10 players up to a section. They were missing some players for different reasons, and they brought up 10 players. You know, it's hard to beat a team like Chazy with a full contingency of players, let alone 10 or only 11. I mean, it's next to impossible. I mean, let's face it. It's Chazy. They come to play every game, and it's on Chazy's home field, and they've only lost with the 1 game to PHS on their home field since this field has been commissioned. 3 years ago?
3 years ago, yeah.
3 years ago. So
it's
hard to beat Chazy and Chazy.
And but just a beautiful night for a soccer game. And we've been saying that all year. We've had just an incredible fall with all the games.
Yeah, this has been fabulous. Nice
pass by Ryan. And,
nice.
And you know, and again, I've said this many times. This is Ryan. This could be dangerous. Oh, nice defensive play. And I've said this before many times while we call these games. If you look at Chazy, when they pass or whether they head the ball, it's all done with a purpose. Yeah. Very rarely they just boot the ball to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's what they're trained to do that, and that's what makes a high echelon team successful. I think year after year, they're trained to do that, and it starts a lot of these kids. It starts at a young age, just to get them with a touch. I've been fortunate enough to coach another U14 indoor team for the boys this year, and we were playing tennis soccer the other evening. You know, just to get their touch down. And it really works. It teaches them control, and you see that working here.
Well, you see the young kids come and watch this game. They watch the older kids play, and they pick up on that.
Yep. And a lot of them have older brothers, cousins, and stuff. They show them stuff at home, and they work on it. The younger kids, and it just makes them that generation a little bit better. Because you do learn from the older kids.
And Baker sends that in. It's Ryan trying to head it toward the net, and the goalie calls it, and he'll run up to the 18-yard line to punt the ball. And do you have the statistics, Joe, as far as what their goals are for the year and stuff?
No, I don't have the goals this year. All they have in the paper, they don't have the goals against and the goals for.
They don't have that?
They haven't put that in there this year.
Okay. I think the last I checked, Chazy has scored like over 100 goals. And yeah, it's pretty explosive offense. And we're gonna have a couple other good games here tomorrow night. There's a doubleheader with the CVAC.
Yep.
I know Northeastern's going to be in town, and that's going to be a treat because Northeastern is rated. They won the CVAC, at least the division, against PHS. And so it's nice to have a quality team like that here at the field here in Chazy.
Yeah, I think they enjoy coming down here. They were down here last year. PHS and Northeastern both played down here. The championship game for the boys. I'm not sure. Are the girls? Is it the girls tomorrow?
No, there's 2 boys games.
It is the boys.
CVAC.
Okay.
CVAC.
Yeah, that should be fun. They enjoy coming down here playing. This is a nice field for them to play on. It's a big field, well maintained. Here goes Ryan making another run.
Again, this could be dangerous. Oh, nice save. He split the defense really well. The goalie stood his ground. Ryan let a hard shot go. He tried to thread it between the 2 defensive players, went right to the Schroon Lake goalie. Nice save. And there's a fountain, and it deflects off number 2. And again, we don't have the
Nice.
We don't have the roster for Schroon Lake at this point. We'll get it at halftime. So right now it's Chazy with a 2-0 lead. We're approaching the 25-minute mark here in the first half. It's a playoff game. Schroon Lake had to have a play-in game 2 days ago. They played Keene Valley and they beat Keene 1-0. And Keene had beat them twice earlier this year. So it just goes to show you never know.
That's right. They're coming to play. I wonder how many seniors there are on the Schroon Lake team.
When I get the roster, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I don't have it right now.
Yeah.
But right now, the ball is at midfield, controlled by the Wildcats of Schroon Lake. But Baker steps up, tries to find Trombley, and the ball's cleared, and it is, looks like Baker, he will get the call. He was pushed as he tried to head the ball over to Fields. Baker will take the kick, and they're going to try to break Ryan through, but good defensive play by the Schroon Lake team. And it is Fields fighting for the ball, being challenged by number 9. And the ball is loose, and it is cleared into Chazy territory. And there's another player who's done very well, stepping in for Casey Trombley this year, has been Kyle.
Oh yeah, Kyle's played phenomenal back there. Getting better and better every game.
Absolutely.
He's made a couple of nice through passes already tonight. He's brought it up a little bit more than he normally does.
And Ryan trying to get the shot off. He's going left foot now. And he just missed, but good effort by Nolan Ryan in the box. Well, Schroon Lake will set up for the goal kick, and Chazy has outshot him 6-1 here so far in the first half. And there's nothing like Friday Night Lights and Chazy in the fall season, Joe.
Not when it's nice like this, it isn't.
No, not at all.
I have a question now. I wasn't here last Saturday when they were announcing the All-Stars. Nolan Ryan, congratulations to him for winning the MVP of the MVP.
Exactly, yep. And they had a lot of players on the first team. I think Kyle LaFountain was on the first team. Mm-hmm. Perry Latrimore was there. Was Jason Baker there, Kathy?
I believe so.
Jason Baker was there.
Stetson?
I think Stetson was there. We had a couple on the second team, and then we had an honorable mention. So we had quite a representation on the All-Star. Yeah, and what was your team? Is 18 straight.
17-1 record. It says something about the quality of your players too.
Nice play by Trombley getting over to Ryan, and Ryan tried to heel it over, and he was taken down. And of course, we've said this before, Ryan on every game can figure he's going to find the turf more than once.
Yeah, I'd like to have a highlight, Kathy, make me a highlight of all
make
his
that run.
times he's been taken down. He's definitely more than the goals that he scored.
And there's a feed from Ryan, nice feed, and there, Kenny Boris, goes over everybody, but what an opportunity.
Yep, just missed that.
What a nice feed from Ryan, put it right pretty close where it had to be. And it just went over the head of everybody, so it will be a goal kick for Schroon Lake. And Chazy will set up into their defensive position here. And the goalie lets the shot go just shy of the midfield. Baker battling for the ball. He goes down, controlled by Schroon Lake. And Schroon Lake did not have that bad of a season this year. They were about 500 and did very well for the size of the school that they are. And right now the ball goes over to Baker. Baker pushes it out over to Racine. Racine chips it back over, and it's head out. Baker looking to call it. No, Trombley calls it. He sends it up to Fields, has it out to Ryan. Back to Fields. And nice hard shot, nice save by the goalie. Who gets her just before Kenny Boris.
Beautiful pass.
But again, Kenny Boris is where he's supposed to be.
Yep, that's it. He threw a nice square ball right to field. That was very very dangerous for the Schroon Lake defense.
And Schroon Lake trying to work it down the right side of Latchmore. And Perry Latchmore, as you know, has really picked up his game. Playing very, very strong defensively here the last 15 games.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a big, solid kid. He's got a heck of a left foot.
Oh, he does.
Tenacious left foot.
When he gets an opportunity, you'll see him rush it up the field if he gets the opportunity. He's got a dangerous shot when he lets it loose.
Yeah,
nice give and go.
Very strong.
There's nice pass work from the Eagles. That one's intercepted. And they team up and
nice ball. That was a good ball right there.
It was. Racine didn't think it was coming. And Trombley, nice call by Fields for Trombley.
Yeah, good talking. Good communication.
And here comes Fields. Fields controls that ball. He reminds me a little bit of Jacob Speaks.
Yeah, you watch out how he moves the ball around the field. I mean, that right there is a nice pass. Everybody thought he was coming to this side. He pulled it right back on the opposite side.
And Chazy does a good job of switching the fields up so you don't get comfortable. The defense can get very comfortable if you keep coming down the same side. And they do a nice job splitting the fields.
Yeah, they've been doing that all year. And a lot of it starts right back here at this halfway line.
Absolutely. Well, plus you'll notice, Joe, how they'll push the ball back to the defense and get the offense set up again.
Yeah, that's what they do. They push it back, spread the defense out.
And we have something going on here.
It's like Ben Baker, maybe?
You said you were going to get a ball.
I don't know if was he just taken down? I'm not sure what happened.
Right here. Hey! Right here. Get in here. Go ahead. Hey! Quick.
Did he just twist his ankle by himself or he get hit?
I honestly don't know. Down there to play, he was limping a little bit after. I'm not really sure.
Sir!
We're having commercial breaks in. Commercial break. What are you doing for Calvin Realty?
Kathy Ryan, she's taking everything. Calvin breaks for commercials, not Kathy.
Oh my.
I said, don't give me a look like that just because I talked.
Ben Baker hurt himself out there. I think he twisted his ankle. And we had Steve LeBombard check in and Jordan Barrier for the Eagles. And right now it's controlled by Schroon Lake. We are under 20 minutes here in the first half, Chazy, with a 2-0 game. They pretty much have dominated the territorial play, as we should say. And it will be another kick for the Eagles with LaFountain setting up. And Joe, you just don't feel any intensity in tonight's game.
No, it's
Sounds like they feel like they're going through the motions.
Yeah, it does appear to be like that at this time. I don't know if they're taking it kind of, the Eagles are taking it a little lightly, or they just it's sometimes it is hard to get up for a team. I'm looking at their standings here, and Schroon Lake is 3-8.
They're 3-8.
They're
I thought they were
3-8.
much better than that.
No, they are down here as being 3-8.
But I think when we went out there to play them, I thought they were like 2-0 at the time.
You know what? I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So that they just, I guess, didn't do well after we went down there, I guess. But they were 2-0 at one time.
They were doing all tied for first place with us, and I believe Westport at the same time.
Yeah, I think it was.
2-0 at that time, and Westport ended up being 6-10.
Well, you know, and that was surprising because Westport was in first place for a while.
Westport actually didn't have that bad of a game down here. The first game they played the Eagles in Chazy. It was 6-2, but it was kind of close.
Well, I don't know. The first half they outshot them 49.
Yeah, but with the goaltender. The goaltender.
McGuire played very well. McGuire played well for Westport that night.
Chazy's played some excellent goaltenders.
Well, there's a surprise. Ryan's taken down again. And, you said this against Crown Point. The more you take him down, the more determined he gets. And we can't forget that Crown Point game. That's when he was on the run for the state record for goals. He scored 5 attitude goals that game.
He seldom would score that many goals against any team, let alone.
But he was upset that night because they were just taking him down.
Yeah, there was a couple of starters that were out that evening too for the Eagles.
And it looks like a card on for taking Ryan down.
Yeah.
And so now they're out there with 10. He'll come back in after the next whistle. but they have to sit them down.
Yeah, you have
for that play.
you got to protect the players. I mean, it's better to pull them off. I mean, there's been a little rough stuff. That was second or third time Ryan's been taken down, and he's going to get taken down. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. But you know, these teams that play like that, Ryan is fast. I even think some of it might even be by accident because he is so fast. Good decoy.
Ryan trying to bend it, and nice knockout by the goalie. And that's dangerous play. That would be dangerous. Baker got up there with his feet, and you can't do that, and you'll be called for that.
You know, getting back to what we were saying, Ryan does handle the ball quite a bit in traffic, and he beats 2 or 3, sometimes 4 people. And a lot of times teams, they're just not fast enough to get the ball first, I think. Sometimes they do take them down in a rough manner. Other times I don't know if it's on purpose. They just miss the ball.
Well, I don't think it's on purpose a lot more. You know, there's some, yes, but I'd say majority of the time, it's just that they've been beat. And
There was a nice, beautiful pass. Oh, darn.
I don't know if he's trying to score, push it back over to Boris. I'm not sure what happened there, but he let that opportunity get away from him.
You got to take care of those.
That's unsafe.
Well, we're 17 and a half minutes here left in the first half. We are at the beautiful George Bremler Field here in Chazy on another gorgeous night in October. It's Friday, October 26th. I'm Joey Trombley along with Joe Puissant calling tonight's game. And we have Kathy Ryan doing the taping tonight for Hometown Cable because Calvin is calling the Northern Adirondack game and Sam had other commitments. So again, we're here at George Bremler Field. And Joe, I mean, you've been calling these games now for about, I don't know, quite a bit all season. How do you enjoy doing the broadcasting?
I've had a blast up here. It's fun. I try not to make too much of a fool of myself, but it's interesting. It's a whole other perspective of the game. Yeah, it is true.
And you didn't think you'd fill the spots of the Staub Gorgeous Spiegel, but you've done a great job.
I miss Gorgeous Staub myself. I guess I'm going to have to bring him back for the sectional championship game because you're not going to be here.
Unfortunately, no. I'll be at a real estate convention in Phoenix, and I don't want to go, but I have to go to this
totally
one.
Understandable.
But I have Maggie's going to have the cell phone ready, and then every goal she'll be calling me.
That's good.
Because hate to miss that game. Well,
Yeah.
we're making an assumption that they're going to be there.
Yeah, well, that's
Providing they're going to be there.
providing, I should say. Yeah.
We don't want to count our chickens'
Chickens.
eggs there before they hatch. But right now, LeBombard with the ball, and he pushes it over to Fields. This is the third pass in a row. It goes over to Trombley. Trombley controls it. Morris passes back to Fields.
That was a nice trap right there by Trombley, too. A really nice trap on a tough ball to handle.
There's 5 passes. So there's 5 passes that started around midfield by the Eagles. And here they are controlling, knocked away. Fields trying to send it back, and Trombley will get the ball here on the left-hand side. Trombley sends it up over to Ryan. Ryan looking to trap, does a nice job. He has 1 or 2 players to get by here. And Ryan will do something. 3 players on him.
4 here. Look at his speed. Nice cross.
Beautiful cross. Good play by the defense to head it out.
See, Trombley,
nice play by Trombley.
Trombley, it kind of, I'm surprised Trombley didn't make the All-Star team this year. I've watched him play, and you know, he's done that right there. He's done that consistently, time and time again all year. I guess you can only have so many kids on the All-Star team.
Yeah, well, he got honorable mention.
Well, that's good, but I've noticed, you know, some of the other defenses in the league, and I watch that kid do that all year long. You know, set up the offense and play good defense. Keep the ball in front of him extremely well. You know, a little bit. I guess taking back that he didn't make the All-Star team, or for at least the second team.
Well, you know, Joe, but in fairness to the other teams, I mean, Chazy's 17-1. You could probably put all those kids on the All-Star team, you know, and you got to spread it around. And
I understand it, but you know, if this person's deserving of it, you got to kind of give it to them.
Well,
I mean, that's how I feel. You know, you have to. It's by merit. You know, and I guess, but I understand you have that involved in it. Those issues that I don't understand, but it just makes it very hard for me to believe that the kid didn't make the All-Star team. I've watched him play, and I haven't seen anybody doing that from any other team on this consistent basis.
Well, you know, it's voted on by all the coaches.
Yeah.
So, and the kids that got it, they deserve it. Obviously, the peers saw it that way. And I can tell you personally, Galen's, hey, He's okay with it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure, but he just makes another, an opportunity right there, from the defensive end.
Well, the ball is punted toward midfield, and Latchmore will one-time it to midfield, picked up by Trombley.
And
He
I
sends
think,
it over to the
speaking of
Eagles.
all-star teams, I think if you ask any of these kids, they'll trade an all-star team for a state championship anytime.
Oh, well, I mean, Nolan Ryan, who
Any of them.
had many awards,
Any of them.
right, he wants that other state championship game.
Those mean...
The accolades this year have been fine, but he wants that other, he wants that
He
ring.
wants it.
And-
Scoring championship, MVP, all this stuff, but it's just... He wants that. He wants that state championship again.
And he'll also tell you that he wouldn't be where he is if it wasn't for his team.
Oh, yeah,
because he knows the importance of a player putting it on his foot.
Yeah, a little bit wider. I was just saying right there, Barry should just throw that a little bit wider. That ball.
But he's a first-year player.
Yeah, for sure.
Kid's a ninth grader.
They're doing very well.
He's played a lot this year for the Eagles.
Yeah, his maturity on the field is definitely showing in his game to game. He's played against some quality minutes against some tough teams, Elizabethtown, playing against some good teams, and he's been in there.
Well, against Johnsburg, because Johnsburg was playing a very strong game, he subbed once in that game, and that sub was Jordan Barrier.
Yeah, and that shows you what the confidence he has in him. He's an 8th grader.
9th grader.
No, Barry's an 8th grader. They're gonna put it outside the box.
No, they're giving the
They're
penalty
gonna
kick.
give it to him.
Well, how can you not give him the penalty kick? They aren't going to give it to him?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Looks
they are.
like.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, it's quite obvious he's in the box.
Did you see this? Sometimes you'll see that if he's not actually making a scoring attempt, you'll see it if sometimes they'll put the ball right outside the box. I've noticed the refs doing that.
Well, sometimes, but I mean, this guy's been down about 5 times this game. I mean,
And he's going to be down.
And I think the refs are getting sick.
more.
I think the refs are getting sick of it.
Very possible. There's been a card on Schroon Lake already, and it's maybe a little get back at him. I don't know. We're going to see Ryan here. Hopefully, Barry right in the back of the net and get even. That's how he usually does it.
And no goalie stands a chance on that. Ryan scores. And Joe, that goal, Nolan Ryan, which we haven't brought this up tonight, is within 2 goals of being one of the top 10 goal scorers for high school soccer in the nation.
Wow. I didn't know he counted that fast.
Yeah, he's 2 goals away
Cool.
now.
Well,
That's number 10 in the nation.
That is phenomenal. Phenomenal how he's done that. And I think this year his actual goal tally is down.
He
think
couldn't. He's
his- I
got
think his
45, I think
goal
his
tally is
assist are
down.
up.
Yeah.
But that goal was at the 27-minute mark, 30 or 48 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's
So it's now 3-0 for Chazy. They've outshot Schroon Lake 12-1. There's a long shot. Well, that's good for Beeman. He gets a little bit of action back there.
Yeah, what was this? He's got 32 goals as of, when was this on the paper here? The 24th, Wednesday? This is Wednesday, and he's got 32 goals.
Okay.
I mean, his goal count actually is down compared to the last couple of years. It shows that spreading it around. The Eagles have.
He is doing that.
Yeah, the Eagles have 5 of the high scorers in the section in the area. They got 5 high scorers. Chazy boys did. Spreading it around.
Tell the viewers who they are.
Yeah, we got Nolan Ryan, of course, the leader of 36 goals he's got. Stetson Fields has 17 goals and 11 assists. What else we have? Kenny Boris with 16 goals and 10 assists. Got Jason Baker, 7 goals and 15 assists. Big time setup man. And Ben Baker. Ben Baker's got 6 goals and 8 assists. And that just shows you they're spreading it out very nicely.
And Joe, as you were talking about this, Kyle Fountain, the rock on that defense, came up. 4 passes later, Nolan Ryan rips a shot, and it was like 4 or 5 passes. They came the whole length of the field, and Nolan sends it above the net. But again, it started back on the defensive end. No hoop ball. Just keep it on the ground with the purpose, like we said, and they get an offensive opportunity.
Yeah, hopefully the young kids out there are watching this, and they're gonna. This is good soccer here that these kids normally play on a consistent basis. They play a good game of soccer, and it's nice to watch. It's a beautiful game to call. The passing, the cuts, getting open.
Oh, Steve LeBombard, I think, just found the back of the net.
Yep.
And Steve LeBombard gets on the scoreboard. We're going to get the official score and the assist.
They moved that
And
ball
we're
very
going
well
to see
also.
who got that. They're coming over right now. But Steve LeBombard, finally gets on the board, lets it rip.
Nice shot. Good hard shot.
8 from 10.
8 from 10, so it would be Fields with the assist and LeBombard with the goal. And that's at 29 minutes and 33 seconds. And it's 4-0 Chazy here in the first half as they lead shots on net 14-1. And it's the Eagles going up 4-0 and a foul called on Fields. And also, Joe, we talked about Northeastern playing here tomorrow night, actually. Congratulations to the Cougars. They won their division.
Yeah, they won the CVAC.
They won the CVAC. And congratulations to the Cougars on another outstanding season. And I think it's so cool, Joe, that we can have two teams that are 6 miles apart be both state ranked as they are.
Yeah, and they've been there for the last few years. The Cougars and the Eagles have both been there. The girls and the boys program.
Absolutely.
Both programs.
Well, I'll tell you what, Northeastern has a quality feeder program.
Yes.
Up there. They just do a wonderful job, and they everything to be proud of. You know, and we in Chazy are really proud of the Cougars from Northeastern. Hats off to you guys, and good luck in the playoffs. Good luck. Of course, this will have already taped, but good luck tomorrow night in your game here at the George Bremner.
Oh yeah. I like the Cougars. I know several of the kids' parents. They're nice people, and we do some good bantering back and forth, and it makes it fun. They're good. And they know they have a rougher road I think than the Eagles actually do. They have to go through PHS.
Yes.
Chazy really doesn't have to do a state rated team until they hopefully get out of this section. They don't have to face any state rated teams where Northeastern. They got to do PHS probably again. It looks like.
Oh, I'm sure.
You're going to see those two teams square off.
I'll probably be here at the championship is here at the
It's actually going to be next Friday night, the 2nd.
The 2nd, yes.
It's going to be next Friday night, the 2nd.
That's right.
So it'll be good.
Nice play by Trombley to shield the ball away. That he's not happy with as he knocks it out. We try to get over the barrier.
Yep.
And it'll be a throw in for the Wildcats of Schroon Lake. We're under 9 minutes here in the first half, and it's been a first half that has belonged to the Eagles. And nice play by Kenny Boris, and he'll make his way to that net. The defense is hustling back for Schroon Lake, and it'll be a corner kick.
The ball just got a little away from
Boris?
Just a little bit out in front of him when he was trying to take it in. You get the ball too far in front of you, and that's what happens sometimes. You try to keep the ball usually a foot, 2 feet off in front of you at the most when you're trying to juggle it or dribble it, because that's what happens. A defensive guy is going to come and take that right away, or they're going to make you do something you don't want to do. Well, lose a little bit of control.
Stetson Field is taking the corner kick for Chazy, and here it comes.
Nice play.
And that could have been a handball, it looked like.
Yeah.
And I don't think they saw it. And the corner kick on the other side. I think Kenny Boris got away with a handball.
I think he did too.
But it will be a corner kick, and it will be Ryan taking the corner kick for Chazy on the far side. Chazy sets up. They send up Latchmore.
Do a panoramic of the kids right now while they're setting up for this the other way. Yeah. You see how they're setting up. Nice corner. See how they set up for corner kicks.
Oh, absolutely. They're set up for all the plays.
Yeah. They don't go right in line. They're broke up very nice. Nice
play by Trombley.
Nice.
And he lets a shot rip. And I think he's just being a senior, wanting to get a goal this year. But a nice move. Yeah, he got outside the 18 and let it go.
Yep. Hope next time hopefully you can keep it down a little bit lower, get a rebound off the post, off the crossbar. Create something that's also important, to follow shots after your teammate or yourself shoots the ball. To follow the shot. Because a lot of times you get rebounds. You get that second shot, and a lot of goals are scored that way.
Mm-hmm. And it is Baker over to Ryan. Ryan will chip it up over to Fields. Fields, nice trap. Gets by a couple players. Sends it over far side to LeBombard. He's already got a goal tonight. And LeBombard looking to let a shot rip. Nice play by LeBombard. And he goes down, no whistle. And there's Reynolds coming up from the sweeper position. And it's sent too far back. Gets by Trombley. And here comes number 2 from Schroon Lake. He's getting down really good, but Reynolds hustles back on defensive end, and there's that diamond defense working as we talked about before Joe. How they're moving around.
Yeah, you saw four defenders get back real fast.
And then go into key positions.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. They were covering for each other. They got back really fast, and that's what you have to do. They only played one man up, and he got beat back there on defense by the defensive unit from Chazy. They got back fast.
And a good clear by the Eagles gives them a chance to set it back up on the defensive end here. Ball comes in, Lattimore trying to half volley it. He sends it up toward Baker. Baker traps it. We're approaching the 5-minute mark here in the first half. 4-0 for Chazy over to LeBombard. LeBombard tries to hit Fields. He does. Fields trying to control. Nice play by Fields. He's taken down. And it is clear to the right side, and it's Lattimore. And Fields controlling. He sends it back over to Trombley. Trombley will control the play here. He sends it up, way up, trying to hit Ryan.
Nice ball.
And nice play by Trombley over to Ryan. Ryan working his way to the box.
Come on!
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Wow, no card given on that.
Sir!
Wow. Wow.
He's on shown there.
Wow. That was a wicked takedown.
You can see somebody get hit pretty bad doing that.
I mean, that guy, I don't think even Nolan saw him coming.
I don't think he was going much for the ball either. That's just my own opinion, but...
Well, Ryan with the shot here, direct kick.
You're going to find, I think normally this happens to Ryan, he just gets really angry. He just starts scoring, you know what I mean? I know a lot of that happens, it's happened a few times.
Nice chip by Ryan, and just goes over the net. And approaching the 4-minute mark, Coach McAuliffe wanted a card on that.
Yeah.
And I think the ref didn't do it because that might be the same kid that got the first card.
Well,
that they only got 11 kids.
That's
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's probably what they were thinking.
You're talking about that merit kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you earn it, you earn it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And that's,
I don't think any player deserves to be taken down like that.
No. Let's face it. I guess we look at it through rose-colored glasses. We're from Chazy, and we like Noel. We don't want to see anybody.
Well, like any of the players.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't expect the Schroon Lake, one of our players to get the Schroon Lake.
No, you got to call it when it happens. There's no room for that. None of these kids are going to make any money playing soccer, and
No.
that's what it all comes down to. Is few of them are going to be lucky to go on to play some college ball. Most of them, this is going to be it.
Oh yeah,
This is it. The vast majority of them.
The final whistle blows on their senior year. That's going to be it for a lot of kids, other than playing town ball.
Yeah, that's true.
But as far as high school or collegiate, I mean, that's over with.
That's it.
Nolan Ryan.
Be interesting to
He'll
see
be playing collegiately.
Yeah. Be interesting to see where Nolan goes to next year. Is he committed to any place, Kathy? Yet? Do you know?
Pardon me?
Has Nolan committed to any place? Or is he's thinking about going
go public with the Kathy?
Going red and white possibly?
No,
next year?
I'm not going to say yet.
Okay, we can't go public. We know up here in the booth, but we can't go public with it. But Nolan Ryan has picked the college that he wants to go to, and that
It's only because we haven't told the other colleges he's not going.
That's okay. They can find out through CalVision and more colleges to watch. Speed.
And I'm not going to say anything, but I think the fans will get an opportunity to see him play a lot next year.
Yeah, I hope so.
The ball goes over, and
try.
Baker tried to
Good
head it
try.
in. And nice feed from Ryan. We're approaching the 2-minute mark here in the first half.
Yeah.
And Joe, it's kind of what we expected in this game. I mean, Chazy manhandled them twice during the season, and they're kind of doing it again tonight.
But it's the playoffs and all, and it's sectionals, but it still kind of concerns me. The Eagles try to stay sharp in these types of games, and you're playing a team that isn't a tougher team, and you get a little baby dull. I don't know. You mentioned that in the first. They don't have the enthusiasm. It doesn't seem like they're
They're
scoring goals.
They're coming out expecting to win.
And it's kind of hard, I guess, not to. But does it kind of maybe hurts you in the long run? You don't keep that edge.
Well,
you gotta have that edge.
But every game gets progressively tougher.
And these boys do know that.
Oh, absolutely. Willsboro, and then we have Bolton, and we have a little John going on over there. And Fields comes over, and he's going to get himself a card.
No wonder you think Tim's good looking.
And the ball goes through. Ryan trying to get through. It's actually Kenny Boris. Nice play by Boris.
It's only going to get worse than that.
Yeah, it
Well,
happens.
the refs have to take control.
Yep.
And the thing is, in a game like this for the Eagles, who are definitely dominating the game, you don't want to get anybody hurt when you got to move on to the next level.
No, or a red card because they have to sit out the next game.
Right.
You know, you do really.
But it comes down to even on our players like Fields and Baker was is cool. Fields got a little carried away there. You can't lose it against a team like this.
No,
it's not worth losing it against a team like
It
this.
isn't, but you got to protect each other, and I understand
And they do,
your
and they do.
emotions get caught up in it,
And the first.
Shots on there. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, we're done. And we're starting the second half here. Chazy will be going from their right to left. They definitely dominated the first half. Here's Ryan coming out hard in the second half. It is a 4-0 Chazy lead. They outshot Schroon Lake 18-2. And Joe, we talked about this in the first half. Well, here comes Ryan.
nice cross. Right off the bat. Right off the bat.
Was that
Beautiful goal.
Boris the header?
Gee, I don't know who got that.
Was either Boris or LeBombard? I think
I think it was Boris. Nice head.
What a feed by Ryan.
Well, he worked that ball
Yeah,
over
it
that
is.
corner down by himself off the.
But you know what's nice to see there? Boris goes over and he acknowledges Nolan for that beautiful feed.
Yep. Yeah, he's not going to score that goal without that cross. Ryan worked that ball hard.
He
worked
came
it
out
down.
hard in that second
Yeah,
half.
he worked it hard.
And he just put it beautifully, and Boris was there to finish it. And now it's a 5-0 lead. We were saying, Joe, in the first half there was no intensity.
No.
It was kind of going through the motions, but boy, they came out strong here.
Yeah, that was good.
It took them all of 25 seconds to find the back of the net.
He probably told them they don't have long out there before they're substituted.
And we got Shea Halley into the team right now, Joe. Right now, Shea Halley just checked in. He's a JV player that moved up here for the playoffs. And I know this is a exciting time for Shea and to get into this game, varsity game. And he sends it up over toward Ryan, and it's cleared out and controlled by number 8. And actually, Joe, I did not get a roster in the second.
I know, I forgot to.
So it's barriers into the game. And I think what you'll see is Coach McCullough's probably substituting a little more freely now here in the second half, especially about the 20-minute mark. There goes Ryan again. Ryan again working his way in, and it's knocked away. And Reynolds
We'll go to Mr. Decker.
clears it out, and it goes toward midfield, and Trombley's there for the Eagles. He pushes it over to Barrier. Barrier with the ball goes right side over to Racine. Racine looking around, has time.
It's going to be interesting to see Fields is out. Barrier winning for Fields. Barrier's playing in the middle. It's going to be interesting to see how he handles this playing in the middle against this team here. It's going to
But
be
again,
nice.
good experience for the ninth grader.
It's invaluable.
And a playoff game.
Yeah, it's invaluable. This is when you want to bring him in, season him in a little bit, let him, because this is where this kid's probably going to be playing when more than likely his sophomore, junior, senior year.
Exactly. Well, I can see that with Barrier.
Yeah, he's going to be playing in the middle someplace on this team, whether it's halfback, stopper, sweeper. He's going to be playing there someplace. And it's good to see him in there, getting playing with these older players. It's nice to see Halley. I think Shea Halley is a sophomore.
Shea is a sophomore.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. Good. He's 2 years. He's a big kid, real big kid, tall, stout kid. It's gonna be nice.
And there's a penalty kick, and they're giving it to Trombley. There must have been a handball, and they want Trombley to get a goal here his senior year. McCullough is calling for him, and Trombley's probably his best opportunity he's going to have all year to try to score.
He's had a few opportunities. This is going to be his best one.
Well, we'll see if he can put it away.
Yeah.
Come on, Galen.
And Trombley buries it lower left net. And Trombley gets a goal his senior year.
I'm glad to see Galen
The
going.
players come out to congratulate
I'm
him.
going to do some subbing now.
And now there's wholesale substitution. We called this, Joe. And again, another big night for
Yeah, see Andrew Lapierre going in.
Andrew Lapierre. Big night for Andrew. He's coming in at the varsity level. I'm trying to catch everybody that's going out.
Snide going
I thought
out.
there were 3 that came up. Maybe it was just the 2 at the varsity level. Just the 2, Shea and Andrew.
I believe so.
I thought there was a 3rd one, but I could be wrong. Trombley's all smiles as he comes off the field, and McCullough and Trombley. There's a hug and a nice goal for Trombley, finding the back of the net on the penalty kick. What was the penalty? Was it a handball?
I
I don't know.
didn't see it.
Well, it's 6-0 for Chazy here against Schroon Lake. They've only played 2 minutes and something seconds here in the second half, and it's already 2 goals.
Yeah, 2 goals right off the bat. That puts the old nail in the coffin, I think, for Schroon Lake. I don't think they're going to be able to come back from this.
No. And it's nice that Coach McAuliffe made, I mean, he literally sent out 6 players, and the reality is he doesn't want his starters to get hurt. They're going to be moving on, and this is going to be great experience for all these players, because we've said this before, Joe. You go into the playoffs and somebody gets hurt, you got to call upon somebody. They better be ready to go.
Yep, and that's what you do. Nice movement right here by the Eagles.
And barrier over to Jonah Curtin. Curtin's fighting him off. Good hustle by Curtin.
Nice hustle
Eric
by
Martin.
Curtin.
Eric Martin making a nice move there for the Eagles. He's a senior. Taken down, no whistle blown. And it goes out to LeBombard. It goes through LeBombard. LeBombard getting chase. And it is Curtin pushes it back over to Barrier. Barrier has it knocked away.
Send it.
Barry need to get a little bit quicker to get rid of that ball.
Here comes over Caleb Snide. Caleb is the 8th grader.
Caleb playing sweeper back there.
Yeah, he's in the sweeper position as an 8th grader.
I think he's a freshman, I think, Caleb.
No,
Yeah.
Caleb's the 8th grader. It's Barrier's the 9th grader.
I think it's the opposite.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, one or the other.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. They're underclassmen.
It doesn't.
I have no idea. I know it's one or the other.
Yeah.
But right now it's the Schroon Lake trying to gain some control. But you see the second unit out here, and they have to practice against the first unit, so they know exactly what to do while they're out there.
And if you're going to be playing against the first unit, even in practice, you're going to gain skills because they're the best around. I mean, you're going to get better. Oh, there's a mistake right there by Hall.
And nice save by Beeman, and that's good to see Beeman. No action really.
Nice save by Beeman to recover off that. Shane's got to just get a little bit quicker. You can't dilly-dally with that ball on defense.
Well, but it's his first varsity game, and I bet his nerves.
It didn't cost him anything. Yeah.
But great experience, and it's good. I remember 2 years ago when Coach McAuliffe brought Galen up. At actually this type of playoffs, and Galen got in. I think it was Schroon Lake or Keene played similar like this. A game was in hand, and the experience was invaluable to him.
That's what it is. These kids are going to be coming back next year. You're seeing this. A lot of these kids are going to be playing. There's some seniors out there on the reserve unit. You're seeing some underclassmen that Coach McAuliffe is putting in.
Oh yeah, a lot of them.
Eric Martin, is he a senior this year?
Eric's a senior. Jonah's a senior. Tyson Dupree running right now is a senior. LeBombard's out there. He's a senior. Far side, I can't make out who that is. It's probably Kenny Boris.
Who's getting a card?
Who got a card?
This guy walking out.
Is that his second one? He's out of the game if that's his second card. They're playing short-handed now. When you're down 6-0, you don't want to play short-handed.
No, I don't think it's going to make a whole lot of difference.
No.
What is it?
The number 12 for Schroon Lake, Joe, is out. Second yellow card for unsportsmanlike conduct. And, I'm not sure what grade he's in, but if you're a senior, you don't want to go out your senior year on 2 yellows.
No, I wouldn't think so. In a playoff game, you don't want to go out in 2 yellows. But he got away with one earlier that they didn't call. And I want to understand the coaches were warned of the halftime, and the referees have to control the game. You have to protect the players, keep the integrity of the game. You let somebody get out of hand, and somebody is going to get hurt.
Well, we heard the referee talking to the coach and saying, "Coach, I was just going to warn him," and he just got carried away. Didn't want to get carried away, and he goes, "I have to do this."
That's where it has to be taught at the youth level, though. You don't question a referee. You don't question a coach. You turn around and you play.
It's called authority.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh,
good.
Curtin getting a chance. Jonah Curtin lets the shot go, and it's right to the goalie. Nice opportunity for Jonah Curtin, but nice save by the goalie. The shots on net right now, Joe, are 21-3 in favor of Chazy. They lead on the scoreboard 6-0. Right now we have the majority of the reserves out for the Eagles. A nice play by Hallie over to Tyson Dupree, and it gets by Number 15 is Velici, it looks like over there. Maybe that's Velici. He's fast too.
Yeah, Velici's also he's the spare keeper.
Yeah, and he's done a nice job. When Beeman got hurt.
Beeman got hurt against Westport. He did a nice job. I believe it was at Elizabethtown game. Was it Elizabethtown game that Velici went in the second half?
Yes.
I think it was, because Beeman got hurt.
He did. It was a big game.
Yeah, big game. He stepped in and he played very well.
It was a game that Chazy won 5-1
you
here.
know, a keeper for Chazy sometimes is a second thought. A lot of people give because of the defense that they do have. They don't allow a lot of shots on goal, and keepers are sometimes overlooked. I believe they are overlooked, and you know, Beeman making that nice save a few plays ago on the misplay. That just shows you a keeper. You know, no pun intended, keeps you in the game. You know, you can have a good keeper can really take your team a long ways.
Well, what's impressive about Beeman on that one, for the most of the game, he's sitting there watching the game.
Yes.
You get tight, you get probably a little bored, and then all of a sudden you're there, and he stepped up to the occasion.
Yeah.
So a goal kick for the Eagles. It's Shea Halley with the kick.
Yeah, that's just kudos to the first team defense on the Eagles. They're not allowing a lot of shots.
No, they don't.
Per game, they really don't.
Well,
the midfield controls the ball, controls the game. And that's where you win or lose it is your midfield.
Good stuff, Eric. That's it, White, come on.
And throw in for the Wildcats. And you know, it's got to be tough. There's 32 minutes left, and it's bad enough that Schroon Lake only had 11 players. Now they're playing with 10.
Yep.
Put him in there, put him in.
It gives the Chazy the reserves some good playing time. They're playing almost the whole second half here. And they're in a playoff game. They're playing at home, and it's nice. It gets your blood pumping. It gives you a good feel for the game. This is how it actually is.
Oh, actually, you know who number 15 is? It's Boris, Tyler Boris.
Oh, Tyler, excellent.
Tyler
Nice.
was
Yeah,
Tyler was
okay.
moved up too.
Geez, growing a lot, man. It's unreal.
Here's Dupree.
Oh.
Oh, Tyson Dupree gets a shot off, and the goalie's there.
Tyson seems to be one of the kind of a crowd favorite, I think. You know, he's senior. And
Tyson,
nice,
they're rooting
nice
for him.
kid. Yeah, nice kid.
Really nice kid.
Yeah, and it'd be nice to see him get one. I think. I know the score is a little lopsided now, but
Well, but you know it is. But if you can see players who don't get a lot of opportunity,
That's it.
you can't get upset about
and that was nice about Coach McCullough giving Galen Trombley the shot at the goal.
Senior year,
Yep.
and he's got a goal to his resume, and you know, nice shot.
Is that Galen's first varsity goal?
I think so.
That's his first varsity goal.
Hey, you know, if they ever go to a shootout, hey, you know who we got to bring out there?
Never know, huh?
You got to bring 5 out there, right?
Nice hustle.
And
right
nice
there.
play by,
nice hustle. That's
That was
Lapeer.
Lapeer.
Andrew Lapeer. Another kid they brought up from the
Well, there were 3
JV.
they brought up. It was
They're big kids.
Tyler
Good job,
Boris,
Grandpa.
Yep.
Shea Halley, and Andrew
Yeah,
Lapeer.
nice sized boys. They're really big boys.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Shea grew about a foot this summer.
Yes, he did. Well, his father's a good sized man, and
Yes, he is.
And Tony Lapeer, he's a big man too, and it's good. They have good skills. These kids. It's,
And look at the
nice.
pass work with
Nice
those
pass
right
work,
now.
boys.
It's 3
Good-
more
good job,
passes.
boys.
Very nice.
Yep.
Hey, get off. Blake, red direct. Okay, good work, though, White, come on.
That's a good hustle. That's a good foul.
Yeah,
That's a
nice play
good
by Eric
hustling
Martin.
foul. Trying to get the ball.
And I'll say this, Joe, in the last 4 years that in the varsity level, I've never seen
Shut up.
I've never seen
Hey, hey. Order.
the reserves as much play at the varsity level as the Chazy reserves, because they've been winning by such large margins.
Ross.
Yeah, and that's fortunate for the reserves. You know,
absolutely.
It's fortunate for the reserves. They get the experience.
Nice play by
move.
Bumbar.
Nice move. Nice little jump over. Nice ball.
Look at that. And
Good
there
through pass.
goes Boris.
Yeah, good through ball right there.
And 11's Vilici, 15 is Tyler Boris. I knew there was 3 that had come up. And Boris with the ball right now, working the right side. Nice play by Boris. Good move by Boris.
Nice move. He's a hockey player too.
And-
He plays hockey, Boris. He's been playing hockey for the last several years.
Well, you know what's nice too, and I was actually talking to the E-Town coach.
Andrew, go get some.
He was here because of the All-Star between the games for the NVAC championships. He goes, your JV program. He goes, you have kids we don't even know about.
Yeah.
Because I'll have my kids say to me, I don't remember that kid.
Yeah.
Because they've been playing JVs for 2 years.
Yeah, they're playing junior varsity, but they're also playing against the bigger schools. Northeast, yeah, they're playing against Northeastern,
And
Beamantown,
kudos to Matt
PHS.
Devins. This was the best year he had at the JV level, playing CVAC teams.
And to things to come, speaking of that, Coach Norcross, Brian Norcross, did the modified.
Right.
They had an excellent year with 3 8th graders on the team.
Right.
Playing against the MVACG varsity. I believe they lost 2 games.
Yeah, and they're playing as 9th graders.
Yes. Yeah, they're playing against 9th graders, yeah, and they've got some nice teams, I think, in the pipeline coming in for the Eagles.
Well, and for Coach Devins to make the conference the best year he's had at the JV level, keep in mind the JVs that have come up have won 2 state championships and have lost 1 game in like 3 years.
Yep.
And so what's that say for the future of Chazy soccer?
Yeah, there's a good pipeline coming through with these kids for the next year is going to be an interesting.
It will be very interesting next year.
Elizabethtown's bringing back a lot of players.
And that goalie, Brock
Oh
Marvin,
my, what
a young talent that is.
Why, what a nice player.
That's a nice
I
young
know,
talent.
Yeah, I was speaking highly of him about the first 5 shots on goal, but I saw him making some beautiful saves.
He's an 8th grader.
Yeah, that's when I mentioned the fact I was standing in back of some Elizabethtown fans, and I said, gee, that kid's great. One of the ladies turned around, she says, yeah, he's an 8th grader. My jaw pretty much dropped, because normally the MVAC doesn't have that, or really any team. Let's put it this way, 8th grader playing.
The
like
last
that.
8th grader I remember was Jeff Croy-Watson.
Yeah, Jeff Croy-Watson.
For sure, and he had the record for the most shutouts in New York State.
Yep, he holds that record.
And I felt bad for Jeff through the years because as good of a goalie as he was, he's never had that championship ring on
And
his
he
finger.
played on some great teams. They were a couple of guys with a penalty kick.
Well, when they had
penalty
Faith
kick
Heritage,
for
it was Faith Heritage
Yep.
down in Poughkeepsie.
Yep.
Matter of fact, Kevin Ryan was on that team.
Yes,
And that was a
Kevin
game that they could have won that
Yes,
state championship. They
yes,
should have won that state
yes.
championship.
Missing penalty kicks. We were talking about Galen making a penalty kick. And kind of
Different level of the game.
but true. You have. That's an important part of the game.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to. It's nerve-wracking. Quote unquote state championship game. And listen, these guys are still kids. They're kids, and it does get to you. Nolan's 8th grade year, penalty kick was missed.
Well, I'm not going to say names because these are 2 great players for Chazy.
Yeah.
But both players that were Chazy lost out, they had penalty kicks, and they were the MVP of the league.
Yes.
And you'd have bet they'd made 9 out of 10 of those shots. And they normally would have.
19 out of 20 they would have, yeah.
And they missed. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not bringing their names up because I'm sure they're still haunted by that to this day.
I'll tease them later.
Yeah, I will too.
But it is an important part of the game. I do have my youth program, my kids. I have them practice penalty kicks, and I have them make a lot of noise.
Right.
Listen, this isn't going to be quiet here. Nobody's going to hush up because you're shooting. And it's the nature of the beast. Have them rattle each other, and they do respond. I hope hopefully it'll pay off down the line if they do come into that situation in a close game.
I remember, it's funny that you bring that up. Of course, things have kind of changed a little bit. But back when I was playing basketball in the 70s.
Nice shot.
Oh, what a shot by Bono.
Steve, what?
Back in the 70s, Coach Bono would have us, during practice, line up for foul shots and have the players scream at us.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you played and other people scored, you weren't saying Merry Christmas to your happy birthday.
You're not in church.
But now I guess to be politically correct now, we gotta go hush hush during the basketball games.
Is that
I
what they
never
do
quite
now?
understood that. Yeah, they don't cheer anymore. I never quite understood that, but I guess times have changed there. To me, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I mean,
make some noise while somebody's trying to take a shot.
It's
It adds to the ambiance of the game.
you'd think. I wouldn't want to be the shooter. Of course, I never was either. So.
Well, we are approaching here 24 minutes in the second half. Chazy with a 6-0 lead. I've outshot the Wildcats 23-4. And while we're doing this here, for the viewing folks out there, please support Hometown Cable. I know, Joey, I think every month I see your mom's name up there,
Yeah.
and Dad. They're generous donators to the Hometown Cable. And we take these guys for granted tonight. We'll say gals too, because Kathy Ryan is on the camera. but it's we take this program for granted, and we are so fortunate to have this available to us.
Yeah, we're lucky up here. It's you know, if you're gonna watch hometown cable, it's just gonna watch the sporting events. It's a learning tool also for players coming up. I tell my younger kids to watch these games, and you're gonna see how to set up. You're gonna see mistakes made, and you're gonna learn from them. Hopefully, so when you do come up, you're not gonna make those mistakes.
Right.
Or you see a nice play, you're gonna say, I'm gonna try to emulate that. And that's,
Right.
you're gonna take it with you and go practice it off your garage door and go try it. And then that's what you try to do. You can learn from these. It's a nice learning tool.
Absolutely, and then, I mean, we're talking sporting events, but
Yeah.
how about the school plays?
Oh,
The,
yes.
this little corner with
That is a
Dory
nice.
Little.
That is a nice
You
program.
know, we had Bob Ben
the
with us going
Bob.
on
I still
here.
like watching the Bob
Oh,
Ben shows. He was great.
Well, we were talking about this actually last night with Calvin. It's nice when he brings down those hometown memories, and from the older guys in our generation, not our generation, but the older guys who are no longer with us.
That's true.
You know, and
That's true.
you sit there and you go, man, and you remember them as kids, you know, growing up with these gentlemen and hearing their stories, and now they're gone, and it's just so nice to be able to watch those memories.
Yep. You know, exposing us to some local talents in the area as far as
We take for granted we didn't know about.
you don't know they're here.
Yeah.
And it's nice that Calvin and Sam go around interviewing people. I know my mother-in-law's husband, John West, he was talking about the minor farm one time. He was showing he has a minor farm yearbook. Well, I was just astounded at the amount of livestock, just the livestock there. And that wasn't his working livestock. This is just his prize, his horses. You know, and John West, he has this yearbook, or I call it a yearbook.
Right.
It's a picture book.
Right.
That was done back then before pictures. It was all in color. You know, to have that, and the man remembers so much. You know, the memories that are not written down, but now they're on tape.
Yeah, he
enjoy
shares it with us on
Yeah,
tape.
yeah.
And so, you know, you have our generation, the younger generation, look at that and go, wow.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
and-
true. Well, it's here in my backyard, the minor, and I didn't know.
Right,
Yeah, I
right.
didn't
You lived there all your life.
Yeah, and I see John and talk to him on a regular basis, and I was like, wow, I said, it was a great job.
Absolutely.
Great job.
So, you know, for you folks watching this, if you can make any kind of donation to Hometown Cable, you know, I know, like you said, I said earlier, Joe, your mother does it monthly, you know, one-time fee once a year or whatever. You know, a lot of people here watching this support PBS, which is great programming, quality programming. You know, we all have to have our cable
Nice
now.
pass.
Oh, beautiful,
Oh, good
beautiful. You know, we all have cable, right? And so if we're going to pay for this, you know, let's pay for a Hometown Cable. And I guess you could call this Pledge Week, if you will, but I think it's worth it because there'll be a day if we don't take care of this and get people to donate, we aren't going to have Hometown Cable.
No, that's true. And I've spoken to Calvin over the years about the interesting people who he's interviewed on it. You know, Arto Monaco?
Art Monaco,
What a man. It's nice to see that, you know, and who would have and who would have brought that here but Calvin and Sam, you know, doing that kind of work.
That's right.
Right here.
And, well, you know, I mean, for this year, I mean, with Galen being a senior and getting all the games on tape, and Galen's going to have that for his archives.
Yeah.
And, you know, and here's the thing. As the years go by and he looks at those tapes, it becomes more meaningful.
Oh, sure. You know, speaking of it again, Tony Musso.
Yeah, Moose.
You know, Tony, his dad got him some old tapes from Calvin, and Tony and I were laughing, and I said, gee, you know, I was actually skinny one time.
My kids call me a dork when they tell me back then.
You know, and we laugh about it. You know, it is fun seeing the Tetro boys. And, we had a good time playing softball, but that's when Calvin was doing this back in the middle 80s.
20-something years ago.
You know, and he's been doing that ever since.
Yeah, I know. Well, last night I pulled out the yearbook of '76. I'm going, oh my. You should see the hairdos back then. Joe. And Joe, I saw your senior yearbook. You had quite a hairdo working yourself.
Well, I can't get on my boys too bad for theirs then. It's a non-issue.
Times have changed. Well, we're under 20 minutes here in the second half at the George Brendler Field. If you're wondering why we're a little lackadaisical up here talking about many other different things, this game is pretty much in hand for the Eagles. They lead 6-0. It was basically about the 30-minute mark in the second half when Coach McCullough emptied the bench. He has the reserves in right now. Chazy has totally dominated this game. There's already been 2 yellows for 1 player for Schroon Lake, who are now playing with 10 players, and that's not good for them. And Chazy is going to move on to the next round against either Willsboro or Bolton. And we've said this earlier in the telecast, but if you're just joining us, Westport gave E-Town all they could handle. They actually went out to a shootout, and Elizabethtown won that game. And then Johnsburg, who was here just Friday night for the MVAC Championship, or a week ago Friday, lost to Indian Lake 3-1, and Johnsburg had played a great game against the Eagles. And threw the shot by Curtin, picked up by the Schroon Lake goalie. And Joe, you picked up on something there?
Well, I thought he might have been offsides, the far Chazy player. He might have been offsides on that shot. But I just was, I have a hard time not coaching, you know. And still, and I was ready to yell at him to move in. I guess it's not my place.
Joe, you get him ready at the town level and you move him up.
I know, but it's fun to sit up here and watch things, you know. It's still hard not to coach.
But the thing is, I mean, you did not do town this year because your boys moved up, right?
Yeah, I did. Well, yeah, I didn't do the recreational league.
You're gonna do the indoor?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the indoor, the U14. We have a nice bunch of players coming up. Hopefully, I can refine them a little bit more and hand them up to Mr. McCullough and become varsity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that goes again back to Northeastern and Chazy. They do have quality programs at the lower level. And it's guys like yourself that step up, enjoy the game, coach these guys. I mean, same way, a lot of us coach when our kids were younger. We've kind of moved out of it now, and you guys have come in now. You're moving out of it, and we see other parents coming in, people that love the game, and I see that at the Northeastern level too. And that's what you need to have a quality program.
It's great. The parents are great to work with. Lisa Brothers, I've been working with her for several years now. And she's a great coach. She's great with the kids.
She understands the game.
Yeah, she really does, and she lets them. She coaches them the whole game. A neighbor of mine, his son had Lisa this fall for a coach, and I told him, I said, "You're very lucky to have her for a coach." I said, "She's going to teach him." And now the kid really got better. Now he wants to play more.
Right.
And that's
at that level, that's what you're trying to get.
Yeah, and he was he's a littler guy, fast, but he developed some skills and he got better as the year went on. He scored his first goal, and he's getting a taste of it. He's playing with some other kids who've been playing for a few years.
Nice save by Beeman.
Nice save.
But again, that shows you the quality of Beeman.
Yep.
Again, that you're bored for 3/4 of this game. And then you rise to the occasion.
I'll tell you, Kyle Fountain said this beginning of the season. He says Beeman is a great goalkeeper. He didn't say good. He said he's great.
Right.
And right there it shows you. He doesn't get a lot of action. When he does, he's equal to the task again.
But but that can be said for Martin. That could be said for Roy Wanzik. Chazy's had some pretty offensive or impressive defensive teams through the years.
Yep, and normally I was saying earlier in the telecast here, goalkeepers are overlooked a lot of times. As well as defensive people, they're overlooked because you see the high scorers, and those guys are the guys who do quote. They get all the glory.
Right.
The goal scorers, they get the glory because you're not going to win the game without scoring goals.
No, exactly.
But these defensive people and the keepers especially, they're overlooked a lot of times. Especially in Chazy because we do have we've been fortunate enough to have some very talented offensive players.
Oh my God! That goes back to the days of Coach McCullough.
Yeah.
McCullough, that was an awesome player. Some other names here that are going to come to me. I think he played for Plattsburgh State too. Kathy, who am I thinking of?
Tim Martin?
No, not Tim Martin. It was, and Tim was a great player too.
Yeah.
He's a goal scorer.
Went to Plattsburgh State.
Gondik. The Gondik kid.
Chris Gondik. He's coaching at Fredonia now.
Okay, yeah.
Chris he's got a good program at Fredonia.
Yeah, Ian Lauren is there now too.
Ian Lauren, but there was a Gondik kid that had, was it Chris that had I think he had the scoring record.
PJ?
No, PJ's with Fredonia.
PJ with Fredonia, okay.
Chris is his brother. Chris was one of those talented players that came through here.
Yes.
Along with Rob McCullough. Coach McCullough in his day was an MVP for Chazy.
Yeah. Speaking of Matt Devins.
Matt Devins?
Yeah,
was an MVP. And somebody's down. I'm not sure who. But that hurt. And I can't tell who that would be. And we're back to the action here in Chazy, and I'm not sure who checked in for the. It looks like I'm not sure who checked in.
Good job.
But Snide sends it up over to Martin. Martin, nice chest pass over to
Nice, Bob. Good.
Dupree. Back to Martin. Martin with the ball. There goes Martin.
Kick it out.
Goes inside. Nice play inside to Dupree. Tyson Dupree giving chase, and the goalie's there.
See,
But nice play by the reserves.
Yeah, normally though you would have seen him to keep the game coming this way. It would have been easier for him to keep it coming this way instead of trying to pull it back against the green. You know, to
Yeah, they could have went on the outside.
I understand him trying to bring it back in, I guess, but you know, I watching this game, you just keep coming on the easiest way, the path of least resistance. He might have had Jonah Curtin was on this left side. He might have had a more of an open opportunity to put the ball in.
Yeah. And Caleb Snide gets called back there, so it'll be a kick for the Eagles of Chazy. We're approaching the 12-minute mark here in the second half here at the George Brendler Field. It is 6-0 Chazy. And Joe, I just can't say this enough. What a beautiful night for a soccer game. We're on October 26th.
Yeah.
This is pretty impressive.
This is the first time I can ever remember loving the weatherman so much.
You're starting to like that Tom Messlin now, aren't you?
I think I'm liking you. I don't know about Tom.
It's just so nice out here. And it is a corner kick. This would be actually the first corner kick for the Wildcats. And here comes the kick, headed, and Chazy got away with that one. It was loose in the box and cleared out by the Eagles and controlled by the Wildcats here. Number 15 looking to make a move. With his outside foot, pushes it over to the wing, and a couple nice moves. And the ball's chipped up into the box, and it will be clear. It looks like Lapierre with the ball. Lapierre sends it up over to Eric Martin. Martin pushes it up over to Tyson Dupree. Nice play, very nice play.
Big square ball.
There goes Tyson Dupree on the outside. Dupree giving it a lot of speed down there on the right-hand side, looking to probably send it into the box. And it's Dupree pushing it over to barrier, but it's knocked away. And coming up is Valigi. He'll take the throw in for Chazy. And the ball is kicked out, and it will be a throw in again for the Eagles.
Pretty good crowd here tonight.
Not a bad crowd at all.
Not a bad crowd, no.
The Friday night in Friday Night Lights, as we like to call it in Chazy here at the George Brendler Field. And it is Shea Halley. Nice move by Shea. Shea into the box. Halley lets a shot rip off the defense.
Good shot.
Good effort.
Good move by
Shea Halley.
Yeah,
And then and there's another threat on the defensive end. He came out on the offense.
Yeah, it's nice.
And good hustle. There's a ball up. It is Beeman. And there is a collision. And Beeman's Jake wasn't backing down from anybody. And I'll tell you what, the offensive player wasn't backing down.
Beeman braced himself. Luckily, there wasn't an injury there. Sometimes that happens on those plays.
It can, but he saw it coming.
Beeman's a good-sized kid, though. He's a big boy.
Well,
he's strong.
You didn't see him go down.
No, he didn't see him back up. He's strong.
We're under 10 minutes here, and it's nice to see Steve Lombard back into the game, who got hurt earlier. And he's back in for Nathan Racine. Racine's coming back out.
Racine scored a goal tonight. Nice goal, the first goal of the game.
Nice header, feed from Ryan.
Yep, nice goal. Good to see. You see the scoring being spread around. Nice steal. Nice steal right there. Good
And
ball.
nice feed left side over to Curtin. Curtin makes a nice move, trying to save it from going out. And it will be a goal kick for the Wildcats of Schroon Lake.
It was nice to see him take that ball. He just kept going with it. He didn't try to pull it back. He kept going in the...
Just pushed it a little too far, got away from him. But a nice effort from everybody. And just got out of the reach of Curtin.
use the right amount of field. Use the right part of the field. That's the big thing. Sometimes you do want to pull it back against the grain, but most of the time, if you do keep it coming, keep it going. That's what you try to do. If they're not set up over there, there's less defensive people. Keep it going in that direction.
Well, you said this before, Joe. When the players are moving, you watch them move without the ball, how they shift around the field.
Yep.
And they're all going into position, playing their percentages of where the ball might come, or maybe the through ball, and they'll be in the position to do something with it.
Yep. That's what this game is all about. It's positioning, being on the right and being able to capitalize on it.
Mm-hmm. Nice look at this nice ball movement. Hallie has it, pushes it back over to Caleb Snide. Snide back over to Shea Hallie.
Nice move.
Hallie
Nice
will
ball
move it up, and he keeps it away from the defense. And nice pass from Hallie.
Nice how Hallie didn't get rattled at all. He knew that kid was coming. He just kept his cool.
Must have offsides call.
Yep. Nice play by Shea Hallie. Didn't try to get rid of the ball. Just kept the ball. Good.
Nice play. And nice play by Curtin.
Nice play by Curtin. Good
Curtin does a
play.
nice job. And it's Curtin with the ball, working his way to the middle.
Nice. Oh, darn. Just offsides.
But, Jonah Curtin was looking for Eric Martin on that play, so nice heads-up play.
Yep.
Eric got a little too far ahead of the defense, but boy, and we've said this before, Joe, when you're playing with the first team all the time, you can't help but start playing like them. The only difference with the second team, they don't play a lot, so they maybe not as sharp on their passes.
Yeah, very true. They played half this game. Unfortunately, Schroon Lake, they played with 10 people for a good part of this half, and rightfully so. But it's still nice to see the good ball movement.
And right now it's LeBombard on the right side. I think that's off the Schroon Lake player, and it is a corner kick. So, and I'm thinking LeBombard will take the kick for the Eagles. We're under 7 minutes here into the game. Chazy out shooting Schroon Lake 27-6. And I would say, Joe, with the reserves out here, they pretty much have controlled the majority of this second half against the Schroon Lake.
Yeah, they've done a good job. Taking nothing from Schroon Lake. Like I said, they played down a man, and they had no subs.
Right.
They have no subs. You get tired after a while chasing these kids around the field.
Yeah.
You're going to get tired, and it's starting to show. You're seeing the ball. Schroon Lake has had a few chances, but you're seeing the ball down on this end a little bit more here lately.
Well, for the 10 kids out there for Schroon Lake, hats off to them.
Yep.
They're playing the whole game and with no rest whatsoever. So
Get after it!
Congratulations to them.
They've had a good season. They've improved a lot compared to the last few years I've seen Schroon Lake have teams. They've improved quite a bit,
Right, yeah.
quite a bit from years past. They don't have a very large student body to choose from. And,
No, they don't. We're fortunate in that. As far as D schools go,
yeah, we're a big D.
we're a big D. Yeah,
We're a big D
and
school.
we have a lot of kids to choose from.
It's true.
And Schroon Lake doesn't, so you got to take that into account too.
Yep.
And for the seniors that are out there, congratulations on your soccer career. It ends tonight for you, but hopefully you've had a lot of pleasant memories through your high school years. And hey, basketball's coming around the corner.
Yeah, that's where Chazy's weakness is sometimes.
Well, you can say that, but last year they were the champions.
Yes,
in
they
the
were.
NBAC.
Yeah, they were sectional championships.
Or sectional champions. Yeah,
right.
sectional champions.
Yeah.
And Eric Martin just missed an opportunity.
Yeah.
Hallie let it rip. You're 18 yards.
There you go.
He does. And nice
Ooh.
rip from Hallie.
Got a good left foot.
When you're 19 and here's your left foot,
Yeah.
Joe Poisson's been
Stuff,
great
boys!
all game to say left foot.
Nice left
It
foot.
almost came out of his mouth a couple times, but he at the 4-minute and 54-second mark left in the second half, Joe Poisson finally breaks the silence on the left foot.
It's going to be nice to see Mr. Hallie next year.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Andrew Lapierre, Howard,
Oh, yeah.
and Tyler Boris are doing a nice job out there for the Eagles. And a week ago they were on the JV squad.
Yep. Yeah, they had a good year in JV. Nice ball. Oh, good try. Hallie's got a good concept for the game. He's got a nice concept for the game. You can see he's got it. He's looking. He's got his head up. His head is up. And he doesn't put his head down. His head is up. He's looking around. It's
Right,
good. Sets him up.
Andrew and Shay have improved even so from the summer. I saw him playing summer ball.
Mm-hmm.
When you play in summer, you play in the JV level, And you can see their hard work is paying off because they're doing a really nice job out there tonight.
Nice pass. Good hustle by
And
Lapierre.
Lapierre's a big boy.
Oh, they both are.
It was a nice hustle by Lapierre.
Nice.
That's all right, Andrew.
And he tried to push it up over to Jonah.
No, you're right, Andrew. Turn.
Get back to him.
Nathan, hey, see.
It'll be a throw in for the Wildcats. Headed by Curtin. We're approaching 3 minutes here. It is 6-0 Chazy. And it was like in the first 2 minutes they scored 2 goals. In the second half to go ahead 6-0. And since that time, the score has stayed the same.
It wasn't very long into the second half, and you had the reserves in also.
Well, again, a smart move by the coach. Let these guys play, get some playing time, and save your guys, because like we said earlier, Joe, every game gets progressively tougher.
Yep. That's good. That's where you should be. Nice hustle by Dupree right there. Nice hustle.
Nice, Dupree.
Nice hustle.
Tyson Dupree giving some good effort out there. Tyson Dupree. And it is a corner kick, it looks like. It is. We're approaching the 2.5 minute mark left in the second half. And it will be, looks like Barrier taking the kick. And he sends it in. And the goalie, nice play by the goalie.
Yep.
He sends it up, and they're trying to play for that break, but Caleb Snide is there. Nice play by Snide. Snide being challenged, and he pushes it out over to Curtin. Curtin with the ball, trying to find Barrier.
2 minutes.
Curtin, 2 minutes left in the game here. He'll push it down to the open space to Barrier. Nice play by Curtin over to Barrier. Barrier working his way, pushing
Nice
it back.
support. Nice support by Curtin right there.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Over to LeBombard. And again, the players are in their positions.
Yep. Good support right there. They see how they switched to you went up.
And it's Tyler Boris. Boris looking to get a shot off. Boris working his way. It's knocked out. Comes out over to Valigi. Valigi will look back over to Snide. Not hard enough.
No.
Here come the Wildcats.
That's a mistake right there.
And nice feed, but offsides. And that was an opportunity for the Wildcats.
Yeah, you got to snap that ball back on defense. You can't throw those granny passes back there like that because
Nope.
boy, it's going to cost you. You got to snap that ball.
So the granny passes, I like that one. Granny passes, nice, nice.
Your grannies get offended.
Eric Martin, nice play by Martin. He sends it over, headed by Dupree toward the
Grannies are
net.
wonderful people.
And under a minute now, and Chazy will move on to the next round of the playoffs. This is the third time this year that they have beaten Schroon Lake. 6-1, 6-0, and tonight 6-0. And their next opponent will either be Willsboro or Bolton. We have not heard yet. And there's a nice play, and the kick goes wide. And it is the 26th of October, 2007, at the George Brendler Field here in Chazy. I'm Joey Trombley calling today's game, along with Joe Puissant. On the camera for Calvin and Sam is Kathy Ryan. She's now an employee of Hometown Cable, at least for tonight's game. And beautiful crowd tonight, big crowd I should say. And well, for a Friday night game.
Nice trap by Barrier. Beautiful trap.
And he says,
Nice
"Look,
ball.
here we
Beautiful,
are. Time is
beautiful.
going down. There's 9 seconds.
Nice play.
Eric Martin, almost came close. And this game comes to an end. And Calvin and Sam aren't here tonight, but I'll speak for them. As they like to say, Joe, that's the way it was. A 6-0 Chazy victory over the Wildcats of Schroon Lake.